Hi, Paul Slack. It's Good News Broadcast. Here we're with the president of the Ronald McDonald House here in the New York area. Is that right, Bill? Bill Sullivan, hi.
That's right. Welcome to Rockefeller Center, and here we are at Skate with the Greats, and for the benefit of the Ronald McDonald House, we have a facility up on East 73rd Street that houses 84 pediatric families that are suffering with cancer here in the city, and it's a wonderful place where we provide a home away from home. The New York City house is very unique in that we're the largest in all of the Ronald McDonald houses in the country. Skate with the Greats has been going on for 14 years, and we're very excited about tonight because it's our largest and most successful ever. We'll raise $1.5 million for the house the first 3 weeks in January, so that's really exciting, and we're so pleased to be honoring Brian Leetch, who's been a mainstay at the house for many years, over a decade when he played with the team here. And so it's our chance to kind of pay him back for everything he did. He used to come up at 9 o'clock at night and sit and read with the kids and do kind of things, and he really involved the team in a very meaningful way. And our partnership with the Rangers is very, very important to us, and we're very privileged to share that partnership.
That's wonderful. I'm actually Austin Tong as producer at Good News Broadcast, and Austin has had involvement with the Ronald McDonald House. Austin.
Hello. I was once a resident in Ronald McDonald House from 98 to 99, and I was wondering, what has changed, or has it changed or hasn't it, since I've been there?
Well, I think you're basically talking about, a decade, and basically 70 to 80% of our kids go on to lead very cancer-free, normal lives, and we only, unfortunately, 20% pass. 10 years ago, that number was 50%, so the wonderful hospitals that we partner with, and we have 13 of them here in the city that we partner with, and they refer patients to our facility. But the good news is 10 years ago, we've improved drastically in 10 years for the better. So more kids are being cured because of science and advanced medication and experimental treatments and things of that nature.
Austin, when Brian saw you guys, he remembered you. I mean, it was like I got goose pimples, and I have goose pimples right now. So how was that feel for you?
For me, it felt great, knowing that I got to meet Ronald McDonald, and then going and getting to meet Brian Leetch and everything. So I have a question. Do you think, hopefully, it will become true? It's going to be reach from 80 to 100% cancer-free?
Well, I think certainly that's the overriding goal of the medical institutions and the scientists who work very, very hard. We consider ourselves part of the cure by allowing the families to stay with the children while they're going through this very traumatic experience, and that's part of the cure that people have said that helps keeps the kids going and fortified. And so we certainly hope, I hope in my lifetime that we'll get that number, if not 100%, close.
Excellent. So, do you have anything to say?
No, I just, we've actually covered some other events that Bill has been connected to. Our good friend Gene Fish, and had a nice event down in one of the nightclubs, another fundraiser. So if people are able to do a fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House, get in touch with you guys?
Absolutely. Give us a call. We'd love to. We depend on private donations where no government, no state funding, no way funding. All of it comes from corporations like this evening and very generous individuals who take their checkbook out and support our cause. And so we need as much help as we can get, and especially in today's difficult financial time.
Well, I'll also say I'm going to throw it in because I love McDonald's, and and all their outreach. I've known them for a long time in the philanthropic way and the multicultural way, and many different aspects of their corporation. Oak
Brook is where they're headquartered.
They're just a company that's really there for the community.
They most certainly are, and for over 30 years they have been running this wonderful Ronald McDonald House charities. And in addition to the house, they do a tremendous of other good with scholarship programs and local community-based fundraising through the distribution of the canisters in the restaurants, in addition to the company being very generous. They were the owner-operators of the tri-state area were extremely generous to us when we built our facility 19 years ago here in the city.
Okay. What comes around all goes around, and everybody's here because of what you're doing. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Did you want to say a last thing?
Yes, I would.
Can't hold this guy
I'm
down.
sorry, but like for number of years, Ronald McDonald House has been cancer-free house, or trying to cure cancer. Is that the only? Do you have any other things besides cancer-free?
We're in New York City. We're particular in that our mission is specific to serving kids with cancer. The other Ronald McDonald houses, and there are over 270 of them worldwide, serve all childhood diseases. Some of them specialize in certain areas of neonatal and trauma and things of that nature, depending upon what kind of hospitals they're associated with. But we are specifically for cancer in New York.
Excellent.
Say goodbye to the audience.
I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to say have a happy day, and send any money you have left over to Ronald McDonald House, and have a great day. Thank you.
Hi, it's Andrew Gadamer and Austin Tong with Brian Leetch. Hi, how you
Good.
doing?
Thanks.
So they're retiring your number tomorrow at the Garden, and what does that mean to you?
Well, it's a great honor. Humbling for sure. A lot of players have been played for the Rangers over many, many years, and to be the fifth jersey retired to the rafters, and I got to play with two of those players, Mark Messier and Mike Richter, and I got to know Rod Gilbert, and Eddie Giacomin was a coach one time when I was in New York, and to join those men, it's quite an honor. It's going to be great.
Okay, Mike, or I'm sorry, Brian, like, what in your mind in the future do you see yourself and Ronald McDonald House teaming up to do whatever?
Yeah, that's interesting, because when I got traded to Toronto and then I played in Boston, was one of the things I missed was the skate with the greats and being able to go over to the house. And I've got three young kids now, 7, 4, and 2, that are keeping me busy. But I hope at some point I'm not playing anymore, that I'm always invited back for this night here in New York, and certainly would like to be at all of these, and to keep this event going would be fantastic.
This is Andrew Gadamer with Austin Tong, and Good News Broadcast at Rockefeller Center with Adam Graves for the Garden Dreams charity event. Hi, good to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
So, what is the Ronald Garden of Dreams Foundation about?
Well, I think when you talk about Ronald McDonald House and the Garden of Dreams Foundation, you talk about certainly the house having the ability to house people. They come in when children come in for treatment at the different hospitals in the different cities, and I know that I've had the good fortune of working with them in Toronto, in Edmonton, Alberta, and certainly in New York City here, and in particular in New York, where a family comes in they could have their child from all over the world. They could have their child in the hospital for weeks or months on end, and to have the ability to stay at the house, everything that the house has to offer, from the rooms to the food to the entertainment to the support that these families need, and at an affordable valuation, where if they had to go to a normal hotel and had to put up their family, it would be impossible. And that's where Ronald McDonald House is so special. And I didn't know that as a kid. I never understood what Ronald McDonald House was, but now that I've been educated over the last 15, 20 years, it's one of my favorite charitable organizations, because it does make a huge difference. And the Garden of Dreams is all about kids in crisis, kids that are sick, kids that are homeless, kids that are in need, and to partner and have that partnership between the Garden of Dreams and the Ronald McDonald House, it's special. And one of the things that we have the great fortune of having is the Garden and the Rockefeller Center and the Beacon Theater and the WAMU Theater, and having the ability to bring kids in on Make-A-Wish or from the Ronald McDonald House to see a basketball game, see a Knick game, or see a Ranger game, or see the Rockettes, or just take them out of their element and give them the opportunity to put a smile on their face. And that's why I think it's such a tight match when you talk about the Garden of Dreams and the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay. Well, what are your dream hopes for the Ronald McDonald House and you yourself?
Well, I think when you talk about Ronald McDonald House, and I know in the city here that they're starting a capital campaign, I believe, because they want to build or they're talking about expanding, maybe expanding the new one, or the existing one, or building a new one. That the more people that Ronald McDonald House can help and impact, the better, because it really is a fantastic organization. And you go in there and you talk to any of the families, and any of the families that have benefited from being able to support your child, and a child that is sick and needs the support of their mom and dad and their sisters and brothers. Well, they wouldn't have that support if it wasn't for Ronald McDonald House being able to house these families, house these brothers and sisters and moms and dads, and give them the ability to go down and live in the city and go to the hospital and be there every day for your son or daughter, and when they need you. And you can't put a value on that. So as far as Ronald McDonald House is concerned, you want them to have every opportunity and every ability to raise and be able to garner whatever monies and support that they can to be able to touch as many lives as possible. And whether that means creating more room, building a new Ronald McDonald House, or just increasing the services that they already offer, it's worth it.
So what factor are you part of the Ronald McDonald House and the New York Rangers?
Well, I'm actually with the New York Rangers Hockey Club, and certainly Madison Square Garden, and Cablevision, and it's one big family, as I said before, with Radio City and the Beacon. Okay. And as part of the Garden of Dreams, it's about, and I think specifically with Ronald McDonald House, certainly events like tonight, Skate with the Greats, where a lot of people come out, and hockey fans or not, come out to support a great cause. There's a silent auction, get out on Rockefeller ice, and I've often said there's not a better city to skate on an outdoor rink on than New York City. And on a day like today, where you're going to see the stars, it doesn't get any better than that. And at the same time, all the money is going to the kids and making a difference. And Garden of Dreams does the same thing. It takes these kids, takes them out there and gives them opportunities to come down the garden and to enjoy. And there's coat drives and food drives and toy drives and certainly something like this, where we're partnering up to raise much needed monies to create and to be able to touch more lives through the Ronald McDonald House, but also through Garden of Dreams, and bringing these kids down in the garden or any of those venues that we are so lucky to have to enjoy. And whether they're in the city and they get to a Ranger game or sit up in a box and popcorn and some ball caps and get to sit there with the other friends from the house or whatever. It's just a special night, and it's special to be a part of both organizations.
Excellent. Well, do you have anything to say?
I just asked one question about Brian Leetch. His number obviously being retired tomorrow. What do you think? What does that mean for the Rangers? Because he's
Well, when you think of Brian, you just think about everything that he embodies, and he has been from day one, from his first days 20 years ago when he first started as a Ranger. He's been involved in an integral part of Ronald McDonald House, and I know that he makes frequent visits there, and he's been a part of a lot of those children and families' lives that visited and been a part of Ronald McDonald House. So I think when you talk about Brian off the ice, he represents everything that is great, and certainly it starts with Ronald McDonald House and his family. And as a player, there's not a more deserving guy to ever wear the jersey, the red, white, and blue, than number 2. And his number is going to where it belongs. And it's great that we're all going to have the great privilege of watching it.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you very much.
You.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.